Hello, hello. How is everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So let's get started. Let's jump right in. Today I'm answering your questions. Hop on if you get a chance. If not, catch the replay. Let me know if you have any questions for me. That's what I'm here for, is to help and to serve you. We all have one goal. That's losing weight, feeling great while we're doing it. Time to let go of this dieting crap that makes us feel like poo and no energy and makes us feel worse than when we started, and then we gain all the way back. So enough of that. So for those of you who are new to the group, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. Feel free, literally make yourself at home. Ask away, post questions, post what you're eating. Really, this is your place, your safe place. Let me know if I can help you in any way. My name is Sam from Team Sound Fitness and also the founder of A Healthy Life Academy. I'm an RN, certified weight loss coach, personal trainer, and to simply put it, I teach you how to lose weight and how to keep it off. So let's get started. So today, a couple of things I'm going to address. The first up is why you need protein. And I'm telling you, one thing that I see over and over again with my clients is first of all, they're not eating enough, and we've hit on that. But the second thing that I see so often is they're not getting enough protein, which really goes along with, we're not eating enough for one, but even more so, we're not getting enough protein when we do eat. I mean, how many of us grab and go, do the best we can? We're on the fly, we're on the run, eat in the car. So we're really lacking eating enough altogether, but especially on top of that, we're not eating enough protein. And you've heard me say, you'll continue to hear me say, protein and fiber at every meal makes losing weight no big deal. Protein and fiber, protein and fiber. You'll just hear it over and over again, because here's one thing I want you to hear. Write it down, plaster it across your forehead. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Protein fuels muscle. And why is that important? Muscle fuels metabolism. Muscle fuels metabolism. So, for one, when we're not eating enough, we're not providing that fuel for our body, right? So let me address that. When we're not eating enough, our body has to pull our energy source from somewhere. Typically, it will pull from muscle and protein sources if we're not supplying it with our sugar, carbohydrate, nutrient-dense fuel that it needs. So it's going to pull from muscle and protein. That's why low carb, no carb, starve yourself to death, calorie counting, major calorie restrictive diets can do more harm than good sometimes. Not saying that they don't work completely, but we just have to be careful, because when we do calorie restrict and restrict our body from the carbohydrate source, the sugar source, the good sugar source, that good nutrient dense, high fibrous sugar source, when we don't supply it with that fuel, our body has to pull it from somewhere. So it can pull it from muscle and from protein. That's why the older we get, the less energy we start to see. One of the reasons why our energy level starts to fall, we lose muscle tone, we lose strength. Because if we're not eating enough, we're eating the wrong things. We're not getting in enough protein to fuel that muscle, to fuel that metabolism, then what's going to happen is the obvious. Muscle shrinkage, muscle's going to waste. Do y'all see? So if that's happening, then our metabolism is also going to slow. Our energy level is going to slow. We're going to start holding on to fat, and we're definitely not going to burn any fat, and we're not going to have any energy or strength to go with that. Okay? So that's why I always say add a protein and fiber to every meal. That is because if I can constantly fuel my muscle with that protein source that it needs to build, to maintain strength, muscle specifically supplies that muscle, okay? So if I'm constantly feeding that muscle Think about it. It's going to grow, it's going to nourish, and our metabolism is going to go up. So whenever our metabolism goes up, of course, we're going to start seeing some more energy burn. We're going to maintain some strength. And that's really important. Y'all know that as we get older, because I've had some ladies come to me simply looking for strength so that they can carry their grandchildren. Okay? We need strength just to carry our groceries in from the car. So I'm not talking about strength like a 15-year-old. I'm talking about strength as a 48-year-old. And as a 50-year-old and as a 55-year-old to simply do our normal activities of daily living, okay? As well as to be able to enjoy some things that we want to enjoy doing. We've got to have the strength to do that. So we always have to backtrack, and we got to start at we got to start the root problem, because even if you are doing some weight training, which I highly, highly recommend, adding some strength and resistance training to, again, start pumping up that muscle and start waking it up and fueling the muscle supply so you can fuel your metabolism and get that going, burn fat. But if we're not targeting nutritionally what we need, it's almost like we're running an uphill battle. We're only taking care of half the problem, and it's a marriage. You have to think about exercise and nutrition go hand in hand. And you'll also hear me say you can't out exercise a bad diet. That's why the two have to marry and they have to go together, because if you're uneven, okay, then you're going to see some struggle, and it's like running an uphill battle. Okay, it's just going to make it harder for yourself. So that's why, even though you may be exercising like you need to and adding those weights and resistance in there to help build the muscle, if we're not taking in the protein and fueling the muscle nutritionally, you're not going to see the optimal results like you want as far as your strength, mobility, decrease in injury. I mean, we have that to face as we get older. I mean, because of our hormone levels and our bone density and whatnot, and adding weights, resistance, adding protein really can reverse those results of weak bones and those unbalanced hormones, and really improve our strength and energy and metabolism and burn some fat. Okay? Y'all see that? So protein is so important. I always tell you, protein and fiber, protein and fiber. Y'all are going to hear that so much. You're going to like, don't tell me that anymore. I don't want to hear protein and fiber at every meal makes losing weight. No big deal. But you're gonna, because it's that important. And we need reminding, because so many of my clients, especially at our age, 45, 55 years old, we're not getting in enough protein, because all of our adult life, all we've heard is, I've got to count these calories. I've got to see how many calories are in this meal before I eat it. I've got to count these points, or I've been taught, not to eat these carbohydrates, or I have to cut back. Whenever we diet, what's the first thing we think of? I've got to cut back. Totally bogus and totally opposite of what I teach. I don't teach you to cut back. I teach you to eat more, because I want you to fuel your body like it's supposed to, so it can work and function like you want it to. Hallelujah. Okay. All right. So second thing I want to address, this was a question that was posed. Restaurant dining out. The summer months, of course, we're vacationing a lot. We don't want to throw our diet, all our healthy eating efforts out the window whenever we go out to eat. So here's how you can do that. You can definitely go out to eat, have a good time, and not always be the one ordering a salad, which, I'm not against it, because I always order salads because I love them. But you don't always have to order salads. You can totally go out to eat and enjoy yourself and not blow your entire eating healthy strategy. So I've got several tips, but I'm going to give you 3. The first one is be prepared. Don't be blindsided. That's the worst thing we can do. And you will hear me, as much as I say adding a protein and fiber, the second thing you're going to hear me say all the time is have a plan, have a plan, have a plan. Be prepared, be prepared, be prepared. Y'all are going to tell me again, y'all shut up from saying that, because you say it all the time. But it's the truth, and we need reminding, as do I. So be prepared, okay? And it's the same way whenever we go out to eat. Kind of know ahead of time, if you can, what this restaurant has to offer. think ahead of time what you may want to order. Okay. Another way you can be prepared is tank up on some water before you go. Lemon water helps to suppress the appetite a little bit. And again, I may sound like I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth as far as suppressing the appetite and I want you to eat a lot kind of deal. But I'm specifically talking about to keep you from overindulging whenever we go out to eat, go to a party, holiday dinner, that sort of thing, okay? Because it's the same concept of don't go to the grocery store on an empty stomach. Because I have been known to eat a banana in the grocery store. I'm confessing my sins. I have been known to open a bag of almonds. Now I pay for them, but I have been known to open a bag of almonds and eat the almonds as I push my grocery cart. Okay, that's another story. But it's all about being prepared. Okay, so be prepared. Drink a big glass of water. Another thing you can do is drink a protein shake. I'm real strong into protein shakes. Again, you're getting your protein in, as well as it's filling. You could almost make a meal of it if you add some good fresh spinach, some fresh greens to it. You can add some fresh frozen fruit to that and really get a lot of nutrients packed into one protein shake. And again, that kind of sets you up with a full stomach. You're satisfied. You've already got protein in your system, so your body's not going to be as quick to store fat if you do indulge a little bit, because you've already got that protein in there to slow down that absorption of the sugar. Okay, so protein shake, drink a big bottle of water before you go. Be prepared. Okay, number 2, I want you to choose higher fibrous starches over those sugary ones. Okay, so for example, if a sweet potato or even sweet potato fries, and I know you're probably gasping thinking, fries, I can have fries. Even if it's sweet potato fries, I'd rather you have sweet potato fries or sweet potato or some brown rice, whole grain rice, some sort of higher fibrous, nutrient dense starches over the white rice or the baked potato, the white baked potato. Simply because we're going back to your higher starchy foods, okay? It's going to spike your blood sugar and kind of send that whole insulin, fat storage, domino effect into play. And and I've even omitted any type of starches off my plate altogether if I needed to. If they did not have the options for me, because a lot of times their mashed potatoes are already pre-mixed with the ooey gooey cheese and butter, and I don't eat that. Terribly lactose intolerant, so I can't. So it kind of gives me an upper hand. But even if I don't have some good choices to choose from, as far as choosing some good nutrient dense or higher fibrous or those slower digesting carbs and starches, I just say leave it off. You don't have to have and to take everything that's on that plate that they offer. Which brings me to number 3. Feel free to customize your order however you want. Again, you don't have to order exactly what's on the menu. And I feel like, some of these waiters and waitresses, they're so ready to get rid of me by the time I get out of there. But if I don't like what they have to offer, I'm going to mix and match to make it my own. I'm paying for it. I'm going to be the one eating it. And I'm going to have it like I want it. Simple as that. So I may choose different vegetables if that's not what's ordered on the plate. I'll mix and match. Literally just make it your own and pick things off of the menu, off of your side items, what you want to eat. And I'm always going with vegetables. I've even ordered if on the plate, is your protein, your starch, and your vegetable. I've omitted the starch before and had them add a double portion of vegetables, or add just simply another vegetable choice. Mix and match, make it your own. If I do get a salad, which I love, if it's a good salad bar with that good green leafy vegetables like the spinach or the salad mix, not lettuce. Again, we have to think nutrients. Lettuce has 0. It's called iceberg lettuce for a reason. Think nutrient dense, okay, like your green leafy vegetables. So if it's a really good salad bar, then I may order just the salad bar, but I'm also going to add a protein with it. I have many times had them, okay, I'll order a salad bar, and I always fix my salads with the green leafies again, the vinaigrette, not a lot of fatty choices like your cheeses and stuff. But again, I can't have the cheese. So just be mindful whenever you're making your salad bar, making your salad, go with the vegetables. But I'll also order maybe a salmon steak, grilled chicken to go with it because I need the protein. Okay, I need the protein. And it's more filling because it's all about adding a protein in every meal. Tanking up. So it's almost like thinking about how we eat as fuel and its nutrient, and we're literally just feeding our body what it needs. Okay, that's kind of a mindset thing to start thinking about as we change our eating habits. Is not necessarily for pleasure and for indulgences, which I'm all about. I like food. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we don't necessarily eat for pleasure, because of course we're going to indulge from time to time. I don't have anything, I don't have a problem with that. But I also want to fuel my body and nourish it so it can be the best that it can be as far as health, strength, burning fat, burning that fat, burning those calories off, lowering my cholesterol and triglycerides. So do you see, that's what food has the ability to do for us. Our choices and what we choose to eat has that ability to move us towards disease or towards health. So that's a mindset thing to start thinking about and just putting yourself into that thought process. It's not going to happen overnight, but as you progress and as you journey towards living a healthier lifestyle, think about that. What is this food doing to my body? When I eat this, what is it doing to my body? There you go. Y'all hit me up with any questions. That's what I got for you for today. Let me know if that helps. Let me know your own restaurant and dining out tips. Let me know what works for you. I'm always open for suggestions because, I need some help too sometimes. So let me know what works for you. Let me know if you have your own tips. In a Healthy Life Academy, I'll cover this in detail. We'll go over mindset. We'll go over transforming the mind, not just the body. We'll really dig deep into making healthier decisions, making healthier choices, learning what food does to our body so we can feel better, get more active, fit back in our clothes again, lower our cholesterol and our numbers, okay? Because as we get older, it's not just about how we look so much anymore. It's just about how we live and how we feel and how we're aging, because we're all going to age. Aging is inevitable, but the rate and speed of which we age and how we age, we have a lot to do with that, and we have a lot of control over that. So I want to age to the best of my ability. I'm not fighting it. My husband says, "You're fighting getting old." No, I'm not. I'm not fighting getting old. I just want to feel good while I'm doing it. So reach out if you have any questions. Let me know if this is helpful to you in any way, and I will see you next time.